Pugna, bear hitting tower. You can create this like ring of power that theoretically PSG.LGD can't fight into.
So both lineups have snowball potential. I think this game will depend on who wins their lanes harder, personally.
Is it fair to say that if you were removed with the team names, is PSG.LGD's lineup just not a lot easier to execute?
I think a lot of it will be dependent on the Slardar blink timing, but there is ease of execution, but also for Dire. I really just think the lanes are so important this game, and the game is going to snowball in the direction of the team that...
Okay, well, let's find out who's going to take a head start here in this two-game series. We're heading over to a commentary view of ODPixel and Fox.
All right, guys, I know we probably lost this game.
I thank you, Sheev. PSG.LGD versus Team Liquid. Minus armor aplenty versus Team Liquid's more unorthodox approach. A Pugna to counteract it. Owen, how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Liquid can do with these cores. Yeah, the Pugna coming in for Sumail. Always happy to see what he's able to do on that. But yeah, I don't think it seems easy. I'm a little scared of Heroes on Liquid just getting blown up by this physical burst that PSG.LGD is going to be jumping them with.
Yeah, and the last pick for me is interesting because it continues to go with that element of amplifying damage and all that, but it's a scouting mechanism that's the biggest thing for me. Not only will they have TA traps now, but they'll have an Elder Titan Spirit to find that Pugna, and if they find the Pugna's dead. This looks like a really strong draft from PSG.LGD. It's ticking all the boxes. Eyes on Pugna. Eyes on Sumail. I've seen this matchup. Of course, you know, everyone knows that legendary matchup back at TI. Things have changed since then, though. Decrepify very strong the laning phase versus TA, but now TA has a small camp to work with, so you can always get that extra farm versus a hero like Pugna, even if you are decrept early on. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, see how much Sumail can mess with him in the lane.
Right,
So,
guys,
yeah, we'll get the lane setups coming up.
Still do this.
And what do you think about this sort of, you know, how is this balance going to work with having Mickey on the Monkey King and Quakefor on a lone druid?
Feels very farm heavy. I feel like these two just have to play their own independent game, and I really do think all of the pressure is on Sumail. He has to do so much this game. I've also not been a big fan of 4 Tiny, not a fan of Tiny in general at this tournament either. The 4, though, is really lackluster. Your team fight usually ends up being really lacking in the game.
Denied.
And yeah, it feels really hard. I don't even know how this bear survives at all in the game. As soon as we start hitting like the 10-minute mark, it feels like this bear is just going to get absolutely decimated from all the minus armor. Also, the damage from Drow will start to get to ridiculous levels. And it's Drow plus TA. So TA has a buff up from marksmanship on top of everything too. I think that's the idea with
quite a ridiculous buff up as well, yeah.
I think this is the idea with the Monkey King, is getting on top of the DrowRanger, getting on top of the TA, getting on top of those backline heroes to get rid of marksmanship and get yourselves a way to get your own information, since I feel like PSG.LGD has set themselves up for really good information in the game inside the team fights.
I'll be intrigued to see what sort of build Mickey goes for this game. You know, how greedy he does go, considering he has the lone druid on his off lane. If we're going to see something that is going to allow him to get a little more active, you know, quite a bit earlier, so we can make moves with Sumail.
Yeah, I better see just lots of armor items coming out from the side of Team Liquid, since there's just so much overwhelming minus armor from the side of PSG.LGD. So medallions on the supports, ghost scepters on the supports, just anything to try to survive versus the onslaught.
And we're seeing so far in the mid. Pretty even, really.
Fairly even.
Very close between the two.
Decrep is annoying. See those denies coming into play for Sumail. Even the constant harassment onto nothing to say. He's got his bottle already. And they will check the rune too, so I like that Taiga's doing this. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a bit of a nuisance indeed for nothing to say. We'll at least have the bounce rune at the 3rd minute for him to go and grab. Taiga making sure that Sumail has full control of the river.
Bear's not getting a whole lot down here, Owen. Only got 5 last hits.
I mean, it is just going to be a slow start. There's going to be this bit of the game where Quakefor and Mickey, I mean, it is going to feel like they're sort of going to be playing without an off lane, you know, for the early part of this game.
They're going to look to slow down nothing to say in mid lane. I think this is exactly what Taiga needs to do for them to have a hope. Just get Sumail off to a really good start. Won't be able to quite kill him, but will just be obnoxious. And they did secure those bounty runes, or those water runes for Sumail, and Taiga's also going to take away the bounty rune too. So nothing to say. Has no way to fill himself up unless someone TPs.
Just fully trying to slow him down, but yeah, not really doing too much to that progress, and nothing to say. Still having a fine time in the mid matchup.
Not getting any stacks started just yet. Xingqiu will probably get over there
is under attack.
shortly. Does want to prioritize lane to set up Fate Beyond for that quick early blink dagger timing. Oh, because he suicided himself to tower on Innocence. Maybe that's why. Oh, maybe he suicided to fill up the mid bottle, perhaps, since he feels like the DrowRanger is just getting a free lane since the Tiny's moving around.
Oh, they might have made that call, yeah.
Yeah, that's the call. I was gonna say he's not getting runes. They're camping his mid, so they're gonna have to change it. And Drow's getting free farm, so I like that move from PSG.LGD. Looks a little weird, but these suiciding to towers I feel like has gotten more effective now that you get a free TP.
Absolutely, yeah, especially at this early stage on the supports. As you say, it's pretty safe down bottom. Not a lot of extra assistance is needed down here at all.
Nope, it's getting free farm. And it will be, it looks like a, I guess, phase boot rush onto Quaikfa, just armor needed. Tiger making the move top. See what he can get. Xingqiu, can they get the toss back?
Whoa.
Mid cookie.
He does.
They can. They get the kill.
Xingqiu looking pretty dead here. Now we have a Liquid. Able to get that first blood with that movement. And into the hands of Mickey as well. Already having a nice time farming in the lane.
Very nice, Tiger.
So a good bit of a cash bonus.
He's the big one to watch in the early game. Both wards placed aggressively too to watch out for those stacks. Faith Beyond should be just fine. Might even be able to still commit for Insania with another couple hits. Tiger, body blocking, will save his buddy. So we see these deep wards placed from Tiger to watch when those stacks will be coming out for them to attempt for some contest. Sumail already level 6.
Not the end of the world though. There's another 3 bottle refills given over to the mid. Nothing to say about it. His mana up a bit. Oh, somehow. I mean, at this stage, 41 for 8, 37 for 5. This is. I mean, and nothing. He's not been slowed at all, right? This has just been a straight trade, and this. And you say this is just how this sort of matchup's going to go nowadays with the position Pugna's in.
Yeah, I think it just changed. You know, Pugna used to. Honestly, own the matchup. It used to be a very one-sided Pugna matchup even until 6, but now you just leave the lane as well, and you just jungle way faster as these Templar sets, and you just have a small camp. Secures himself a haste rune too.
Both supports coming around this mid lane, but not really going to be able to do anything. Sumail keeping himself safely in position, and Tiger trying to see if he can get the surprise on this bottom lane whilst those supports were top, but already
he's got to be careful himself. It's a ton of damage that the Drow is going to pump out onto a level 3 Tiny. 0 armor. If he gets stomped, he might just die.
Stop. I think he will. A couple of hits there. One more will do it. Can he quite get it? He can indeed. There we have it.
Ridiculous damage that this Drow is going to be dishing out. No fear point either on Quaikfa. He's got more of a greedy one. 2 points in Spirit Link. Can't actually bail out his Tiny. And nothing to say. We'll start doing those stacks. Get himself a 3rd stack too, and he's going to be able to clean this one up and continue that advantage over the Pugna. 4 points in the decrep by Sumail. It is a very good decrepify game, but I thought perhaps since he knows the TA is just going straight to jungle, he might try to put some pressure onto the tower, but looks like they're trying to invade and slow down the farm. Perhaps try to go for a kill since they do have that ward vision. He's going to go for it.
Let's see how much Sumail can mess with him. He's going to be able to walk it off, and backup is around and available. Mickey's heading in too. He's actually going to be able to jump in onto Nothing to Say. Nothing to Say tried to get back in on this, and with his body blocks from Mickey, look at the kill on the CA.
And they're going to steal the Ancients too. Nice moves, nice preparation from Liquid. That ward that they placed early on from Taiga, paying off dividends. Sumail, you're going to fill up his Insania, give him some mana as well too, so he can stay on the map. Or bro play. He can just fill himself back up with the life drain too. Love when you see this from the Pugnas.
I mean, so far so good from Liquid. They're getting the kills, and I guess that bottom lane is just the case of Quaker. He needs a lot of time on the lone druid. Pressure's going to be on the supports of Liquid to really be active around Samael. Tiger, the toss back onto Jin-Q. See if they've quite got the damage they don't. The stomp will catch onto Samael. She won't be able to set up to focus down Jin-Q.
I'm glad that Mickey switched it up, didn't point it out, but he had initially queued up treads. I'm glad he goes for phase boots, just early items. Phase, Wraith Bands, Orb of Corrosion, he's ready to battle. 19 armor already on this Monkey King.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Starting to hit this tower mid.
Let's see what they can get done here. Liquid. I mean, who do you think Liquid is sort of saying right now that they've got to go for? You know, this Drow does seem to be the most appealing target.
I think that's
been left on his island down here on his own.
They can kill a tower so quickly. That's the important thing that they have set themselves up to for Liquid. The Pugna with the Lone Druid, if they can get a single kill, they can probably just take the tower right afterwards too. He's just going to TP out. He sees it coming with that ward. So they should be able to push this tower on the side of Liquid. But nothing to say is getting space to farm those Ancients now.
So at least give an objective here to allow Quaker to bump up his bank account a bit. After having a bit of a slow time in the lane. Of course, top net worth right now still Mickey going straight for the Echo.
Oh, Innocence almost dies to the life train. And starting to get the siege going on mid too. Rotating the supports.
Are fortified.
How does PSG.LGD set up for this defense? No blink yet on the Slardar, so they're just going to go for their own push on the other side.
Yeah,
this is one thing they do lack on
defend against the slow siege of the Pugna.
They don't have great ways to
be inevitable here from Samael.
Yeah, their best spam really is like ET Stomp, which is really lackluster.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Even Mickey, Liquid know they can position themselves like this. Mickey even quick with the jump there.
Has to be. There's also Quelling Blade on the TA. He has to be very careful how he's positioned on these trees. They actually do 3 triple. No, they only have double Quelling Blade. Mid tower. It's gonna go down. One more blast.
No, at least.
Radiant's tower has been denied.
Honestly, all in all, though, 10 minutes in for the game to be where it is. I think Liquid's going to be rather happy. You've run this off-lane Lone Druid and safe-lane Monkey King, and even though Quaker has had a slightly slower start than ideal, they're not dying. They're getting away with it. And they'll get coming out on his own into the high ground of Liquid.
They have to slow down his Blink Dagger, because right now it's a little bit of a low period where PSG.LGD can't make moves on the map. They're just playing this very farm-heavy style with TA, with Drow. It is just, they just can't make anything happen. So Liquid is taking advantage of that. Slowing down the Slardar Blink is crucial, because as soon as that Blink comes out, that's when we're going to see the pace of the game kick on. It's a good tower advantage. They're going to look to make a move earlier. Jin-Q has the kisses. Strong Drow too. Dragonlance already done. Cookie will connect.
Down with the kisses. Have a whole lot of damage coming out. The kisses get prioritized over towards Insania though, sort of splitting the targets here. And that actually means that they don't have enough full damage to take down one whole hero. They're ready with a counterplay. Mickey is able to line up the 2-man balance strike. He's in with the Wukong's command straight onto Ame. That's the Drow gone. Liquid. They won't lose anyone here as they punch back. PSG.LGD, they're trying to find some action here in what's been rather a slow early game. They're not quite able to get it.
It's surprising that they even go for that. That with the Drow and with just the Snapfire, they don't have the +1. If they had the ET there, they can perhaps get 1 or 2 of the kills with the Stomp follow-up, but without Blink Dagger on Slardar, they can't go for these plays. Now they have the Blink, so it's going to be easier for them to set up, but Liquid come out on top. Quick for getting all the space in the world.
Yeah, he's catching up to the farm here of Ame. As that gap's closing. And if Liquid do get away with this in this early game, they're going to have essentially double carries here between Mickey and Quaker.
But the bear will be
both
eviscerated.
Sort of potential.
That's going to be the important thing. The Mask of Madness also reduces its armor too, so it will die even faster. They get the stun connection. See how quick it does die. Where's the TA or the Drow? They're not there. Big Gun will try for it. He's got a bash ready.
Yeah, they should be able to get it anyway, I think. Oh, okay, the fear.
No, it's got the rear. Yeah, it should be okay.
Yeah. All right.
I guess they thought maybe.
Member around.
I guess they thought maybe the Monkey King or someone was around because the Drow ran away when they got the stomp. When they got the stun connection, Ame just ran away from it. Didn't prefer to go for any type of hits. Was a bit afraid.
They want to go straight for something else instead with this blink on Faith Beyond. They're looking towards Samael in the mid. So they get the jump straight in with the crush. Can they blow Samael up in time? I see the toss from the side here. Tiger trying to split the two of them, so PSG.LGD can't commit onto both at the same time, and now the turn comes into play. Liquid with the rundown onto Innocence. They've got it. Mickey, one more hit will do the job. Again, PSG.LGD tried to poke at Liquid. Liquid just turned and ended up winning the fight. And bottom lane, and TP's attempted, but immediately put to stop by the fear. Ame's been caught out on his own. There's no escape for him. Liquid, they'll get themselves another kill. And over towards the mid lane. Mickey, he's ready to go. Wukong's commanding the balance strike. The avalanche follow-up as well. Liquid are destroying PSG.LGD in this early game. As PSG.LGD, they're just looking completely lost. They're trying to make moves. And they just end up sort of handing themselves a silver platter here to Liquid.
Oh, baby, I think I might need a... I don't know if you saw that down bottom, but the bear was feared. And then I think he leveled up the bear to remove the fear, so he gets the bear on top of the Drow to get the fear off. Or the bear was silenced, sorry. And then he resummons the bear. Doesn't resummon, but he levels up the bear to remove it. That was a really cool interaction, I believe I saw from Koifa.
Yeah, we might have the replay of that. I think you could be exactly right.
That looked really interesting.
I mean, that makes it, yeah, when you level the bear, it does refresh it, doesn't it? In that sense, it...
That was really cool plays from Liquid. Outplaying, making moves across the map, 2K advantage, slowing down this PSG.LGD minus armor draft, and getting on top of these heroes. Mickey with some nice moves.
Yeah, he's having a great time. 4-0-2. Echo looking into the Maelstrom next. Yep. I mean, with these sort of setups, if he's ever in the trees, gets the Wukongs into the Boundless, these heroes will die in that combo, even to sort of him alone, some of these.
Yep.
This Monkey King, very, very scary.
He gets right on top of him. That's why they went for that pick. Not only high armor hero, but a hero that gets right into the fray on top of a DrowRanger. Bear continuously to checking this Roshan. The Deso is done. Max Mel, Deso, Corrosive Haze. They'll kill it in no time. Little Shredder and Medallion too. This is going to die so fast. I don't think they're going to react in time.
Yeah. It's going to be so insanely quick.
They're trying. They're scouting.
And they've got to make moves very quickly. There's nothing to say. He's just really trying to finish him up. But Quaver's actually able to get the Baron in time. The Fear pushes the TA out of the pit. They'll get the toy target as well. Nothing to say. He's been surrounded. Has nothing to say. He'll try and turn him up, but he's still dead. They'll lose the TA. The jump is there over towards Mickey. PSG.LGD may have lost nothing to say, but they do take down enough to finish it, get that Aegis themselves. As Ame, a bit of hesitation there, but will still pick it up. Grabs that for himself, and now it's around to see if he can get his hands on some kills. As they'll look towards Tiger. Tossing Fabian up to the high ground, but Fabian's still able to make his way back over towards the Tiny. The bash comes back up as Tiger goes down. PSG.LGD finally able to get an objective going their way.
And my lord, the toss back from the Tiny on the TA onto the Pugna. Pugna gets two-shotted. Even with a Ghost Scepter, can't even react in time to get it off. So still get the main objective on PSG.LGD. Close though. Liquid almost was able to put up a fight there to get into the pit. That was a bit scary.
See, Liquid. I mean, Samael's already trying to get the setup for some action.
Spotted
up in, nothing to say. And Liquid's still very much wanting to fight, despite that Aegis being on Ame.
They've got the Blink Dagger on Taiga. They have to set the pace of this game. If it starts getting too slow, I don't think they have a chance in the later stages, so they have to play very aggressive. Even if they're into this Aegis, just have to catch PSG.LGD off guard. Just toss back into this high damage lineup that they do still have on Liquid.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's just hard to get in. Sort of traps down, and his moves being spotted. Liquid, they'll resort to moving down towards the bottom, try for the tier 2 instead. Getting a jump on these heroes of PSG.LGD proving to be rather difficult. The few times we have seen Liquid get the kills have been when PSG.LGD has walked into them.
Got a nether shot on the Pugna, so more damage, more magical, but very squishy.
They're going to land the perfect combo here with the Ice Blast. Have they got enough to push him underneath the throw shot? The Wukong's command is out. They're trying to get him onto the side somehow. Trying to come over the drain, but Faithbeyond's on top of him. Nothing to say. Will still die to the damage from the Wukong's command. They get the stomp off, though, over to the side. The kiss is coming through onto Insania and Quaitha popping the ult in. Ready to get back in with the Bears. They'll head straight over to Innocence. Mickey jumps in with a Primal Spring.
Not bad, not bad. They got the TA.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's the Deso done on Quaitha. So Maelstrom, Mickey going for the BKB. How's Ame's progress looking? Manta money pretty much there, unless he wants to just pick up the BKB over the Yasha. We'll see. He feels pressure to do so. Bottom lane, Mickey scouting things out of the trees, but as soon as TP starts to come in, Liquid, they back off. They don't want to try and fight that close to the tower whilst the Aegis is still in the hands of Ame.
Nice fortunate neutral pickup for the side of Liquid too. The Dragon Scale, any type of armor items feel super effective this game. The Bear will be a little extra protected, 17 armor on it now. Playing around this vision.
Go Tiger.
Gets another one.
Got the toss back. Innocence. He's got. Trying to fade behind. He wanted to go for this. He has got Ame and Xingqiu at the side. And the strike comes out. They push back the two of them with the gust, but already the Bears in on top of the Drow. The fear comes into play. Tiger in with the avalanche. They get the toss back as well. They've caught Ame. Ame separated from the rest of the lineup, so they bring him down the ones. Oh, the side when they do this. The Bear! The Bear just gets destroyed. They lose the two of them. As that's both of them gone. The Bear's trying to go for a second round onto Xingqiu, but the Bear doesn't stand a chance. The physical damage is too high. As Liquid, they'll buy back on both of them, trying to turn this around, trying to save Mickey, but PSG.LGD's in on top of him again. The physical damage is a few hits, and Mickey's gone. As they just tear them all down there. You see, hero after hero, Tiger and Insania not standing a chance against the TA. Then the Bear's gone, and next thing you know, Mickey, he's got nothing to stand his ground against this hard hit of PSG.LGD. This is what you expect to see from this lineup of the heroes. These heroes, they will just decimate you.
Yeah, Tiger's buyback does come into play, does become effective. We'll be able to find the DrowRanger afterwards. But yeah, you're really starting to see that insane physical damage. The Bear gets two-shotted. The AA and the tiny lineup for the side blades get two-shotted as well. They have to be very wary of their positioning.
So that was a scary fight indeed for Liquid. I mean, well, how do you deal with this? How do you itemize against this? As you say, armor, ghost scepters. I mean, you've got to get everything to stop yourself from just getting hit.
Yeah. Insania's got himself a Force Staff. Decent way to at least get him in and out of the fight. Tiny's got that Ghost Scepter queued up. Still setting up, still playing around their vision, still playing aggressive, still liking the way that Liquid is making these moves. 2k gold advantage for PSG.LGD, but Liquid doesn't care. They're still looking to play at the strength that they have right now. Taking out the towers quickly.
Full BKB on nothing to say, so he's very ready to head into the front of these fights.
That's going to make it a lot harder for them to focus fire him. For any of those tossbacks, he's probably going to just turn and two-shot some heroes and then maybe even just TP out in front of them. So Liquid has to be very precise with the hero that they do initiate on, as it is also a BKB on the DrowRanger. So these tossback plays are going to be a lot more difficult for Liquid to set up.
Unlikely that they'll have quite enough control to really get the jumps done on these heroes and stop them from getting the BKBs off at all. Always likely that both Nothing to Say and Ame will be able to pop them in the chaos of the team fight.
They're smoking now. PSG.LGD have their Solar Crest, so even stronger physical damage. They have the level 13 on Faith Beyond, so level 2 Corrosive Haze online. Insania, he's spotted. He's gonna get shredded. Oh, does get decrept. Nice play by Sumail.
Tiger. The counterplay, but the BKB's out from Ame. Fabian, he'll head back for now with the 4-star. Ame will focus down Tiger. Tiger's gone. Innocent's able to chase down Insania. Liquid, they're down to just the 3 of them here. No further fight to be had from Liquid. They've got to step back.
Stop.
They might not get the chance to do so. The stop. It's caught him. Again, Crepify comes out trying to save the bear, but they just jump straight over to the hero himself. As Lone Druid will fall. They can't fight this.
They can't fight
What do
this
they
now.
do then?
Are fortified.
Yeah, their lineup has just fully come online, nothing to say, ready to lead the charge here. 13k net worth for me. Ame is well close behind him. And how on earth do you fight this? It seems that PSG.LGD they're just going to shred you. It's to the point where you have to avoid these engagements, but you do that. I mean, they'll just turn their attention towards the towers. They're going to be running down lanes. This is looking a very tough fight for Liquid to have.
Just a very difficult game with the draft that's been set up. They did well in this early game, got in these 14 kills, but now we're seeing the full online of PSG.LGD, even looking like perhaps going for a secondary minus armor, going for a medallion also on Innocence on top of the solar crest from the Snapfire. It's just increasing more and more. Xingqiu, okay, might be able to find him here. Cookie. Whoop. Making him work for it.
I mean, he really is, and backup's coming in. They're going to have the stop actually didn't quite catch Mickey.
But Mickey,
now backup's in. Faith behind, he jumps in straight away on Mickey. Mickey needs help, and he needs it now. Be able to drop the Wukong's command. Faith behind off to the side. Head in with the multi-shot, Mickey. It's not going to catch anyone else in the ultimate as PSG.LGD are able to step away. And instantly, as that's happening, Liquid, they've headed over here with no intention to actually try and fight PSG.LGD, just coming over to keep Mickey safe.
I can't believe Xingqiu survives. The Cookie getting him out of that AA blast will be enough. Does have the backup. If he gets hit by the stomp there on Mickey, probably dead too. Innocent slightly off the mark, but they're smoking, still looking for more aggression. All these traps everywhere. So they're seeing Liquid. Insania?
It's just so scary. Whoever they get the jump on is just dead in an instant.
It's so difficult for them to play now at this point. It's like Sumail has to be the one to do all the saves on these squishy supports, but then he just puts himself out of position. The item timings, it's not. I'm not really seeing what they get next on Liquid to just feel like they're going to be able to fight back. I see they've got this AC queued up. They've got Mickey close to BKB, but that's still not going to solve how much physical damage is really coming out. In the team fights, it's problematic too, because they may have AA, they may have the Monkey King ult, but that's just about it when it comes to the straight team fights, while PSG.LGD have a much easier approach. Multiple forms of stuns, multiple forms of initiation. Even they're trying to do anything here, Liquid grouping up, perhaps looking for some type of smoke to catch PSG.LGD off guard. They can get the wraparound from behind. Freshly delivered from BKB from Mickey, also level 18, so level 3 Wukongs. I'm gonna try for it here. See the courier. Gonna see Innocence perhaps for a second, but they want a bigger one. Gonna settle for it. But he does get the Force Staff.
Put over to the side, Innocence. He's able to hide himself in with a glimmer. Silence comes out to Mickey and Quaitfer. Nothing to say, he's looking for the perfect angle again. And Fabian comes in with the jump. The kiss is coming out as well from the side. Quaitfer popping the ult. He's trying to get away from this. Mickey will be able to run down Fabian. They'll kill off the slider. Tiger coming back in with the toss. They've got the Ice Blast flying through as well. But the BKB's popped for nothing to say. Mickey stands his ground with the Wukong's command. But PSG.LGD, they're able to step out to the side. Wukong's command also getting stepped out upon by Mickey. So the ult comes to an end. Liquid, they're trying to run for Fabian. He's back in. Jumps in with the crush onto Mickey. Mickey trying to turn, but the hits are coming in from Ame. Another protection play with the Decrepify will allow Mickey to jump back to the high ground safely.
Great decreps from Sumail. The last one, the Lone Druid, he ends up surviving at the end of it. Then they kill his bear, and the damage from the bear dying ends up killing him, even though Sumail does get some clutch decrep saves. Let's force the Faith Beyond buyback. Roche soon to be respawning 1 second.
I've got to play these fights perfectly, Liquid.
They do.
Yeah, so Sumail's positioning, really everything here.
Those are really nice saves, though.
Even with those sort of moves, nothing to say, just getting so far ahead of the competition. 16k net worth nullifier done.
Oh,
so now those Decrepifiers aren't going to do quite as much.
No, they're not. And he also has the Meld Dispel, so if it's an aggressive decrep, he's also going to just be able to dispel it off.
No, he's going to have no trouble getting the kills here now.
No, he's not. Looking more and more difficult for Liquid. Just feels like they have to outplay in every single one of these team fights. Faith Beyond, though, having no buyback, this could be a moment of opportunity if they do find him, but it's at PSG.LGD the one leading the charge. Sanya spotted.
Well, they get the jump. Tiger comes with a counterplay, but Faith Beyond forced out and jumps out to the side with the help of Cookie. They'll turn to Tiger, though. Tiger tries to get in. The stomp is called the turn them. The kisses coming down on both. Insania tries to get out, but the magical damage is too much. That's the AA con. Buyback from Tiger. It's Mickey, who's on the run. Trap slow will catch him. PSG got anything more to get on top of the Monkey King? They don't. Mickey's out into the trees. He's away.
Radiant's top tower.
They step back here, Liquid. Roche is up. PSG.LGD ready to move straight into the pit. Can Liquid do anything? They don't have Insania. They don't have that Ice Blast. Look at how quickly it goes down.
Seconds.
Yeah.
And now they have the shard on that TA, so the silences will be applying to the poor Pugna as well. So they're gonna have a much harder time. Another trap connect.
Okay.
Wukong.
It's in the trees, but Analyst Strike is gonna miss. He's not gonna catch anyone here in the ultimate. PSG.LGD will happily stand out to the side. Huge lead now for PSG.LGD, just 12k advantage. Their draft playing itself perfectly here, and very little it seems that Liquid can do to just save one another. Now, PSG.LGD, you know, one foot put in the wrong place here from Liquid, and you're just instantly dead in these team fights.
Absolutely. And this chart now, the traps, more traps, as we know, it's 4 more traps you get more vision from the traps, and they silence. So the poor Pugna, Sumail, who's had these great jobs of decrepifying his teammates, it's just going to be even harder for him.
Radiant are scanned.
Absolutely.
So many different ways.
No self-dispel at the moment on him.
Nope. Koifa farming a very aggressive position here. Mickey.
Well, he won't
careful.
show himself here.
No.
Ooh, okay. Just clearing the way for the trees. Tiger and Senya are here to back him up.
They saw him for a second there. They have that ward on the high ground. They're chasing. They want blood.
Tiger's out.
Sanya, he's not going to be so lucky.
No, looking pretty dead here.
Let's see how many hits.
Couple of hits.
2.
I'll do it. I'll do it. It's getting close to the one-hit territory.
If it was a melted, I think it was a 1-hit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How hard the TA hits with that marksmanship aura as well on top. 300 without even refraction. Mickey gets hit by the stomp.
Oh, they found him.
He's spotted.
They found him. He's got no TP. Can PKB, but he's got no way out of this. He can only sort of just stand his ground and hope for the best. The kisses are coming in to clear him out as Mickey is trying to run. He's trying to get his way out of this, but there's no escape for the Monkey King. As they find him, they take him down. Another kill for PSG.LGD. Osama keeps the pressure on the bottom lane. They're on the verge of taking the third and final tier 2 here away from Liquid as well.
Game just feels so impossible. They just have to run away from all the fights. The only hope they have is for tossbacks under tier 4s, or maybe even into Fountain, it feels like.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
What can Liquid do? They've got a buyback on Mickey available. AC is done on Koifa, so something. Not a lot, but something to help against all this physical damage. Tiger, a few hits and he's gone. We'll be able to turn and take down Nothing to Say that once, but now the bear getting the full brunt of the attack here from PSG.LGD. Can stay ready for round 2, and Tiger, he does not have buyback himself. So buyback comes out from Mickey, but it's going to be a 4 versus 5 hold here that they'll have to put together.
That kills his entire growth in the game. Not even able to get any kills out of it. They do have Wukong's up in 5 seconds. I think Liquid's starting to feel that this might be their last fight in the game.
See what they've got in them.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
PSG.LGD. Down to the rats, quite for sending the bear in. Ice blast. We'll catch upon the 2 of them. Nothing to Say still with the BKB ready to pop. After protection momentarily kicks in, but the creeps continue to flow forward. Get removed as quickly as it pops up, as that's the bottom melee rack's gone. Liquid not able to do anything to stop PSG.LGD in their tracks.
Even with the buyback of the Monkey King, they can't look to take a fight. Just doesn't really do much of anything that hurts. Mickey's growth, he was getting semi-close to the Scotty. Now it's Miles away.
They're gonna try with the smoke. They've got to go for risky moves like this, Liquid, as we've seen sitting in the base, waiting for the high ground defense. That's not really something they're going to find themselves in an advantageous position, even fighting from the high ground of the base. They just don't really have the lineup to do it. They've got to take fights outside where they can attempt to outnumber and catch PSG.LGD by surprise.
They know this is coming, though. They saw them. Maybe
job
to say.
We'll get feared if they got further locked down. He's out of the Wukongs. He's fine. He's away. Koifa's Bear now starting to take the damage here. PSG.LGD look to run it out. Faith he's ready to jump into the front lines. Gets himself straight on top of Samael. Tiger trying to toss Samael back to safety. It will work. They'll get Samael out of there, but Mickey, he's surrounded and he's down and out for 100. No buyback, of course, available on him as it's still on cooldown. This could be the ticket that PSG.LGD need to run it down mid and get themselves this victory secured.
It really does feel absolutely impossible for Liquid to do anything versus this draft. It's just far too strong. I was impressed with them when they got those 14 kills lead, but they've only gotten one in, what, 10 minutes or so it feels? It's just been PSG.LGD running the game.
Yeah, it really has. Straight for the high ground again. No Monkey King. They couldn't do this with the Monkey King. They do get a good toss back onto Nothing to Say. The BKB's out in time, and they have no follow-up. Nothing to Say, able to easily walk it off. Tiger's gone. Face behind, just diving in underneath the tier 4s, in for the two-man crush. Innocent's just coming in, punching them in the face here. Point for getting shot down by Ame. 4 dead. There's it over. GG is called as PSG.LGD. My goodness, they tear them apart completely in this game 1. Which what really, I mean,